So in the day and age of 2022, we've probably all heard of mindfulness by now, right? And when you think of it, you probably think of meditation and Zen. This inner peace feeling. What is it really, and why should you care? Mindfulness is the practice of staying in the present moment. It is a state of active, open attention to the present moment. What does that mean? It means instead of focusing on the past or on the future and all the things you need to do or the things you did wrong, you're actually here engaging. Wow, what a nice thing, right? So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Kate, I'm in the present moment all the time. But I bet you don't realize how many times a day you're sucked into your own thoughts, good or bad, and miss what's in front of you. We may think about that next project at work and be worried about how we really messed up. Or you could be thinking about your next social engagement and what do you want to serve, and is everyone gonna eat cheese? Who's lactose intolerant? Who's gluten free? It doesn't matter. You're missing the present moment. And I get it. We've all been there.
I think I tend to think about things the exact right amount. Thank you.
I kind of like to say that depression lives in the past and anxiety lives in the future. So if we were just able to stay in the present moment, not in the future or the past, we might get this Zen feeling.
I'm a very Zen person.
And what I mean by depression hangs out in the past is that it usually is centered around things you've done wrong, feeling like you're hopeless because of all the past events that have led up to this moment. Things are dreary or unenjoyable. Sometimes depression doesn't always feel sad, it just feels numb. So depression, like I said, likes to hang out in the past. Nothing's gonna get better and nothing is ever gonna change because of all the things that have come before. Now, anxiety likes to hang out in the future. It's always constantly worrying about what's going to happen. What am I going to do if this happens? What can I prepare myself for in this XYZ scenario? We're playing The Last of Us and I'm like, listen, I don't want to live in the apocalypse. There are zombies and crazy people out there. I will not survive. You have to kill me.
No, never.
This is just the messages I'm sending to my husband. But this is my anxiety about living in a post-apocalyptic world. And if I were to stay in the present moment and realize that we are not in the apocalypse and we just survived a pandemic and everything's fine. I live in a nice little apartment. We're fine. Have my 2 little dogs. We're good. We're good. There's nothing to worry about. So anxiety likes to hang out in the future. Depression likes to hang out in the past. If we kind of meet that middle ground, we can practice some mindfulness. So we probably all can agree that mindfulness might help with our mental health. I see you millennials. I see you Gen Zers.
I see you, baby.
We're all struggling. It's fine. But it also has some other benefits. It can lower stress. It can reduce pain, especially if you have chronic pain or chronic illness. Practicing mindfulness can help you get more in touch with that pain, and that sounds weird. I know you're like, why the hell would I want to do that? It's gonna help you mitigate it and help you understand it and not try to push it away. That sounds like the opposite of what you want. We all want to avoid pain. But when we can accept pain for what it is and learn to live with it, then we can move past it. And we can learn how to, if we can't change anything about it, if we can't, medications aren't working, other things aren't working, then life could be pretty sad, and you could learn how to get past it and still enjoy your life even while having this. So it can help reduce pain. It can help with chronic illness and chronic pain. It can help with breaking bad habits. We just got through Thanksgiving, and who doesn't love loading their plate up with delicious food? But if you're anything like me, you might put too much food on there. And that's not helpful, is it? So, mindfulness, taking a second and being like, oh yes, I probably should not put that much food on my plate, can help. It can also help with improving relationships. Who would have thought? Because it can help you with attentive listening, with practicing compassion and empathy. It can really help you slow down and really take in what other people are saying to you and really enjoy it and connect with them. Duh. So 4 different benefits to mindfulness: lowers stress, reduces pain, helps with breaking bad habits, and improves your relationships. Who doesn't want this, right? I want more! I mean, who doesn't want to improve their self and live the best life they could, right?
And I'm just like really genuinely happy right now.
Why aren't us doing it? So why aren't we doing it? Well, because we don't know what the f that means.
What does that mean?
How do I do it? So that's all fine and dandy, but like I said, how do I practice this? If it has all these great benefits, it can help me, what do I need to do? Do I need to sit and be quiet for 10 minutes? No, not necessarily. Or you might think, oh, that's great. I've tried it. It doesn't work for me. Meditation doesn't work. I can't do the breathing exercise. It makes me more anxious. How many times have I heard that? You might be doing it wrong. Oh no! There are several different ways that you can practice mindfulness without even meditating.
Oh.
So first off, you need to know 2 different principles about mindfulness that are very important for you to be able to practice in any way. Anyway, the first is acceptance. You need to practice the skill that whatever is happening. Reality, you can't change it. It is what it is and not what it could be.
I see.
So you need to kind of shove away all that anxiety of this is what it could be, or guilt or shame, whatever your parents are pressing on you this Thanksgiving dinner or Aunt Susie. That doesn't matter. You are where you are, and let's meet you there. The second principle here is taking on a non-judgmental stance. That sounds nice, right?
Right.
It sounds very nice. But we need to practice letting go of things that we thought should happen and just accept that what it is, and notice what is happening without assigning a meaning to it. That doesn't make sense. What do you mean I assign meaning to things? Well, my coffee's getting cold. Most people think of coffee getting cold. They're like, man, that's a bummer. We're assigning a negative meaning there. I could just accept it for what it is, not judge it, enjoy my coffee for its lukewarm taste. I can drink it. I'm a weirdo. I prefer it this way. But by not assigning a meaning to it, whether positive or negative, we can accept it for what it is. So these 2 concepts are very similar, but it's important to practice both of them. Make sure that you're practicing both of them. Accepting things for what they are, but not assigning any meaning to it. Who knows what can happen once we start practicing these things? Our life and our potential could be just opened from there. But don't be fooled. This shit's hard.
You have been warned.
Not assigning meaning, you have had your whole life. How many ever years old you are is how much practice you've had assigning meaning. That's a lot. By this time, I'm sorry, it's a lot. I'm almost 30. That's a lot. I'm getting old. Ugh. Anyway, these things are hard. Once we've mastered these concepts, at least mentally, with understanding, we can begin activities like meditation, paying attention to sensory details. So there are many different ways to practice meditation. Yes, you can sit still and just close your eyes, pay attention to whatever for however long you need to. Sometimes that works for people. Sometimes they need that inner quiet, and this is a practice. It's supposed to be hard. It doesn't have to be. Caveat, if you're known to dissociate, this shit's easy. I spent many of the class periods being like, why is everyone struggling with this? Well, dissociation is not mindfulness. Let me just tell you that. We're not checking out here, we're checking in. So what can meditation and mindfulness look like? It can look like sitting and doing a meditation, guided or on your own. It can look like making a meal. It can look like cooking. It can look like cooking and really experiencing what you're doing. Think of Ratatouille here, where he's like, tastes the strawberry and the cheese, and now taste it together, and now it's this magical experience. That's mindfulness! Congratulations! You practiced! It can be as simple as that. Other people have a hard time with some sensory input. So some people can't smell. So lighting a candle is not going to be helpful for you. But you might be very kinesthetically gifted, and movement feels very good for you. So there's walking meditations. You can just practice walking out in the woods, walking to your mailbox, walking down the street. Start paying attention to what's happening to you. Oh, I heard somebody behind me have this conversation. It's really brisk outside. It's a nice quiet day. Or it's a really heavy construction day and I hear jackhammers all around me and it's a little stressful. Okay, that's fine. Notice it without saying it's stressful. It just is what it is. It's a billion people, or how many ever, 7 billion, whatever, million, bazillion, gazillion, jillion, million, whatever, many people on this planet living their life together. Wow, that's an idea. Most people don't get there. So that's mindfulness. You can practice yoga. You can practice walking your dog or just drinking coffee. My 2 starts of practicing mindfulness: making a cup of coffee, because most people do that, and brushing your teeth. Everyone should be doing this. You should be brushing your teeth. Great sensory details here. You can hear the ch-ch-ch of brushing your teeth. You can smell the mint. You can taste the mint. You can feel the brush going along your teeth. It's a very sensory thing. You can hear the water, feel the water. All these details are things that we can be paying attention to. And that's only like, supposedly, sorry dentists of the world, 2 minutes of your life. Even if it's 30 seconds, it's okay. You're at least brushing your teeth, it's okay. That's 2 minutes of your day that you can practice this. And that's all you really need to do. Start small and see where you can go. So I hope you learned about mindfulness today. I'd love to see how you practice daily. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.